Okay.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the Tech Podcast with Patrick and Kevin.
How you
Uh,
doing?
yeah, so what topic are we on today?
Well, I figured so today, we both just basically started our home automation business.
Yeah,
So, maybe we just think, stick on, since this is our first podcast, we start on backgrounds, maybe sales products,
sure, yeah,
different things like that. And, just kind of see where it goes. Because I think the vastness of this topic is, more hours. We have plenty of
oh yeah,
materials.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, so if you want me, I can start first. So I'm Kevin. My background is mainly networking and I guess retail tech. So I've worked, as I was telling you, everything from Best Buy, Samsung, Apple, um, all the name brands, so to speak, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, Kind of just gained experience from that. I was known as the smart home guy at Best Buy, the HomeKit guy at Apple. It just goes down the list. So,
Hmm.
yeah, so kind of what brought me into this, right? So, along with the networking experience, I've had some IT field experience and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, put that into, I guess, one profession, and you get IoT.
I like it. I
Yeah,
like it. Yeah, that's it's cool. Like I mean, I guess I started about 20 years ago
yeah,
building computers, 8-piece whatever computers.
yeah.
Uh a couple dumb stupid jobs in between there, but I ended up landing a job working with currency counting equipment, like really,
Okay,
really specific stuff like that. And that kind of got me into networking and a little bit of networking. And 13 years of that, I got a Google Home and fell in love with it, and
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
where I am.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess I should probably add to that as well. Like, so I've had the stupid jobs in the middle as well, right? So I've kind of just gone between the good jobs, so to speak. I've gone from crappy job to crappy job that lasted a month or two, right? So kind
Hmm.
of brought me to the whole self-employed thing. But yeah,
Right.
so
Okay.
yeah,
So we're
and
both self-employed. Yeah.
both self-employed, both newly starting. What what are you saying are the biggest challenges that you're finding?
Notoriety.
Yeah,
100% notoriety. Um, I think my biggest challenge that I have myself is uh, the. I read a book, the 48 Laws of Power. Long story short, um, Law 24 talks about haunting the periphery of people's attention.
okay.
And the truth is, I can set out a symbol and, it could be, Houston's home automation, but you don't know what that is. It's just a symbol. It's a symbol amongst symbols everywhere.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the idea is to get people to know you, to let them know that you're there to help them.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's basically what I got from that because I don't. It's really hard. Like I'm not getting any leads from my site. Like let's go back. Let's go back. How's your site? Did you get a site up and stuff like that?
I do have a site.
Ooh.
As same thing as you though. I'm not getting anything from it.
Right,
So I
right.
mean, I guess you kind of got to find out the science, right, between like customers and leads and that whole thing. But yeah, no, I've had it up for about I'd say a month and a half with
Yep,
and
about here
nothing
too.
at all, right? So
Yep, about 2.5 months. 2.5 months. I put it up. I don't even do anything with it. I don't even. I'm not gonna say I don't do anything with it. I try to update it like every week.
yeah,
But I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not that much of a computer guy. Like this is a
yeah,
lot. There's a lot of things with this stuff, man.
no,
Like
exactly. And I mean, even being the techiest of all techs, you're still got learning curves, and right, like it's not something that you do every day. So it's obviously a
yeah,
learning
you're trying
curve.
to make a movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I'd say my biggest challenge again is probably advertising and kind of getting in front of that customer.
Right.
That's the biggest challenge, just because like we've been talking and I've been trying everything from knocking door to door to social advertising to right, like everything, and it's just everything's hitting dry. There's no leads. It's definitely a challenge. And you kind of get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with the door, how's your population density out there?
So I live in a small town, so I'd say it's about 5,000 people or so.
Oof.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
There's a big roadblock there.
yeah.
Okay.
But I guess on top of that, there's like a pros and cons to that because not even about 5 minutes down the road, it turns into a town called Brookville, which is a university town. So there's
College
everybody.
town.
Yeah, so everybody from like professors to doctors to I guess all the rich and famous of the area, right? So it's quite
Right.
a rich area. So
Now, is this area? Uh, I guess I'm guessing that's a stupid question. I was going to ask if the area was seasonal,
yeah,
but of course it is. It's college, but
yeah.
uh, I mean, can you advertise at some of those community sites? Maybe like maybe like the libraries, the mailbox, not the mailboxes, the libraries, the big city centers there. Like maybe tell you what, I've done flea markets before. I've done, you know,
Okay,
they
yeah,
have these outdoor flea markets and they have like
yeah,
bulletin boards. Have
yeah.
you tried that?
I have not, no. And someone's also told me grocery stores as well. Because I mean, grocery stores have those bulletin boards at the entrances, right? So
Yep, yep.
yeah. No, but I guess the big thing, I guess COVID's kind of limiting this stuff here. But the big thing I'm waiting for is like the home expos, right? Because
Mm.
we do have one of those, and that would obviously increase leads by a lot. So
What would you need for a home? See, this is going all over the place. What would you need
yeah,
for a home expo?
yeah. So I mean, essentially, I guess just a table, a banner showing your advertisement company, right? And some sort of giveaway to kind of draw people in. So whether it be free pens to I don't know bags to whatever you
Right.
yeah
Right. We talked about that before. Well, we went back and forth on Messenger for a while. Like, damn,
yeah yeah
we went back
yeah
and forth like about a week and a half now, something like
I'd
that.
say so yeah
Yeah. So you gave me like a really good idea with the USB 3.0 with the little iPhone dongle
yeah
things, just to put your label and maybe a phone number on it. Um,
yeah
I mean, yeah, but you're right. You gotta get these expos. Like, you gotta get in front of people. I actually have a sign that I got made on Amazon. I should tell you about that.
okay
There's
yeah
a sign that I was gonna do a and in Philly, we have these things called pop-ups. You get in these communities, and they rent out some space, and a bunch of people have a bunch of tables. They put a banner up, and then people are selling stuff like handmade ashtrays, stuff
okay
like that.
yeah
Um, and I was gonna get into this one. I dumped some money into it, and that's another thing. Dumping, and oh god, these advertisements, you dump so much money into them.
yeah
So anyway, I dumped about, I say about $100 for this expo, just for a sign, business cards, uh, and oh no, way more than that. I'm sorry. And then I bought Y stock, just to have something to sell at the table. But I'm sitting on about $500 or $600 worth of Y stock, and
yeah
I just I'm just hoping somebody will sell them.
yeah. See, that's my thing. Like my big thing is I don't really buy stock until people order stock, right?
Right, right,
Because as I said, the area and I guess kind of like the income ratio. If there's high class, there's a lot of low class. There's some that like it's just all over the place. So
right.
you don't really know what people are gonna want and things of that nature. So
Yeah,
I kind of try to
yeah.
keep zero stock until I kind of get a read on the market, and that way I can start stocking stuff. So
Right, right, right.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's another thing too. Like, you got, and that brings up another supply chain. I talked about this on a podcast. Let me write that down. Sorry about that. Yeah,
yeah,
like that's another thing. Supply chain, dude. I mean, well, I know we're all over the place here. I'm sorry.
yeah. No,
Um,
no, that's cool.
but that's the biggest. I had that with my first couple of cameras, where I tried to order directly from manufacturer Wise, and give me a second. Sorry,
Yeah, yeah,
but this is kind of like the product that I have, this Wise camera
yeah,
here.
yeah,
And problem with them is they take it took 2.5 weeks for me to get here. Now, this customer only wanted one camera. I put it up for a ridiculously low price. I put it up for $50. The camera itself is $25, and I $25 to put it up.
Yeah.
That's all I did. I take advantage in Philly. There's a lot of like poor, low income class people and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
people need cameras. People need cheap cameras. So
Yeah.
that was kind of my end. That's the only thing that was kind of my end, because everything else, nobody cares about blinking presence place lights really, because they don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. You know what? I actually want to touch on that. So it's kind of ironic. Yeah. So earlier I was leaving with my kids and whatnot, and the neighbor pointed out, like just quietly pointing at the road, and there was this guy that was walking back and forth in the road, kind of scouting houses. And she asked me, she's like, "You must have security cameras, right?" I'm like, "Actually, I don't have security cameras in my house." I just find like that shows the importance of having the cameras up there.
Yep.
Like it was just ironic. Everybody thinks I have cameras because of what I do, but I actually don't have the cameras. So that's, yeah.
How much experimenting do? Oh boy, I got to get into this. So how much experimenting do you do with this stuff? Like, do you do a lot of your own work? See, you say you already have a lot of stuff in networking, you said. So
Yeah.
you're pretty good with, just the setting up and the plug into play and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Is there any reason why you don't have security cameras inside your house?
I haven't gotten to buying them basically.
Okay.
It's kind of a lazy thing, right? But I mean, it's obviously something that I'm going to get to. Like this is essentially this house is going to be a demo home, right? So for customers. But
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, I kind of planned ahead in the future, just because like in this area, there's a lot of, I guess for a lack of terms, dives, right? Like there's a lot of low grade houses. So I mean, I kind of live in one of the higher class houses.
So you have, we are just, I mean, this is like freaking bizarro world. We're basically the same, man.
Yeah,
that's what I did. I moved here and like, I was just like, oh, there's a security camera on the corner of my block. This can't be
good. Yeah, but no, I moved into like it's a newer house and we built, I think a year ago or 2 years ago.
Nice.
And just for that reason, so I can have a nice show house to show customers and stuff, because it's futuristically planning and stuff. But yeah.
So are you going to segregate to a brand once you start building your stuff out? Like, because don't be like me. I got everything in here. I can't say certain words. If I scream out, I can't say Bixby because the refrigerator starts making noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So are you thinking about segregating towards a specific brand? HomeKit, what is it? HomeKit, Google Home, Alexa, even Bixby's got one, but nobody cares about Bixby,
See, I'm doing research right now. I'm actually trying to go a step above that. So there's like the consumer brands, and then there's like the, I guess, professional brands. So I don't know if you've heard of like Control Force or Savant, or like those are the high end brands. Like they're like, yeah, those are the high class, like the big money brands basically. But those are all like essentially wired in, like you work with an electrician, they wire them in and stuff, and then you kind of program them.
Those are those ones where they go, but you're going behind walls and stuff like that. This ain't no light bulb. This ain't no flashy light bulbs and nothing like that. This big boy stuff. Okay.
So that's like, I'm looking at that stuff and it seems pretty intimidating, but I'm definitely looking into that. And then I think I've sent you the Home Seer and Habitat, I believe it was. The other one. And those are kind of like between the Alexas and the heavy grade stuff, right? So.
And you want to do this for businesses and stuff like that?
That's the goal. Yeah, the goal is businesses. I mean, I can do stuff with residential as well. And especially the Home Seer I was showing you is really good for residential, because they have everything from the cameras to the water sensors to the light bulbs to everything, right? So
yeah,
you can pretty much outfit your whole house with Home Seer.
Is the Home Seer set and forget? That will be the biggest thing, because with what I noticed with customers, I set up a smart things architecture in somebody's house, and then they start to fiddle with things, and then they mess things up. Now, from what I've seen, like, with Habitat or something like that, there's coding to it. Is
Yeah.
HomeSeer anything like that, or?
I don't think so, honestly. I think it's just kind of you pair it and it's like a hub. And
Mhm.
from what I actually read, I believe it's local, meaning like, let's say everything goes down in the house, internet and everything, you still got your
Mhm.
hub. So it's locally to your cameras will still work and all that stuff. So I mean that's
Wow.
yeah. There's no cloud stuff. There's nothing like that. So it's yeah.
Okay, not to be dumb, and I don't want to get off the subject, but how do cameras work locally? Are they special local cameras like Zigbee or Z-Wave cameras?
Yeah, so pretty much like the wise ones that you use kind of thing. So like you can see them on your phone and stuff. And so instead of going to the cloud, it's just connected by like an Ethernet cord basically, right, from the camera to the hub,
Right,
and
because
that's
it's in your walls
yeah,
and stuff like that. Right, right,
yeah,
right. Okay.
yeah. And then
Oof.
the hub pretty much broadcasts it, right? So yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
See
So
this
let
whole
me
this
ask.
whole oh
Go ahead.
sorry
I'm
go.
sorry.
Yeah, no, so this whole networking thing that I was like kind of like my background and stuff. It sounds like it's crazy, but it's actually super simple if you actually like kind of break it down, right?
Sure, I'm sure.
Yeah, 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 like
It's really,
especially
I mean,
like
and reliable too.
yeah, like
Sorry.
the cameras for example. I don't know if you're familiar with PoE. It's
I
power.
have seen that acronym before, but yes,
Yeah.
powered over
So
internet, powered over
yes.
Ethernet.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it essentially powers the camera, right? So that cable powers the camera and sends data from the camera to the hub. So it does two things in one.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I mean that's definitely really reliable, really handy. So I mean things like
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really reliable too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean even
Noted.
like some
Anyways.
yeah, yeah. And he's what you were gonna say, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, no. I was just thinking like, no, that's there's something to that. I'm wondering, I mean, God, how good are you at running wires and fishing stuff and all the other crazy stuff that goes with that?
Absolutely horrible. Surprisingly.
Me
Like
too.
I'm
Me too.
yeah, yeah. Like I'm good with all the logical stuff, like the figuring out what's gonna connect to what and everything, but running the wires, absolutely horrible.
Right, right.
So
Same here. Same
yeah.
here. I am my hands. It's good up here, but my hands are
Yeah.
they're sausage fingers, man. Like
I mean it sounds good when you're thinking about it and then you try to do it and it's like, well, that ain't gonna work too well. So right.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we touched on a lot here. We got a lot going on here.
Yeah, yeah.
How, how have you done? That's a priceless.
Yeah.
Have you done? How much would it cost to say? Let's just say something simple. Let's just say a customer wants uh, maybe a camera,
Hmm.
two cameras, a lot of row houses here. I don't know if you guys know what row houses are up there. They're horrible things. Uh, just imagine 20 houses on a half an acre plot of land,
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
type of thing. So, um,
Yeah. I'm
so
familiar, I think.
say again.
I think I'm familiar. I've seen them in Boston, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm familiar
Yep,
with it.
yep.
Yeah.
So yes, it's one of those type of things. Like you people have front and back door cameras. Usually, when people are interested, they want something like a motion sensor or something like that. So if
Yeah.
you wanted to put like a front and back door camera in somebody's house with PoE,
Yeah.
how much do you think you would charge for that?
That I mean, so basically what I've been doing, like I've been telling you, I've been going through like I guess distributors in a way, right? So like I found people to sell like Ethernet cord and stuff like they sell them by the box, and essentially they tell you when they sell it to you, sell X amount for X amount. So let's say a dollar per square foot or per foot or whatnot, or so you kind of just use their pricing basically.
Hmm,
And then in terms of labor, I just charge. I think it's $50 an hour or something. I think I've decided on.
that's pretty good. That's a pretty good number.
So
Wow, you're doing better than me. I was charging 25.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we're different countries, different, right? Like
Well, yeah, I mean,
different.
because I charged what I thought a technician would make, but apparently I was wrong with that. You might be better Your
Yeah.
idea might be better because we're not technicians anymore, are we? We're
Yeah.
founders, owners. We're
Yeah.
CEOs essentially, technically. So
Exactly.
it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
you know, hang on for
Yeah.
1 second. Okay, Google, turn on the thermostat. Sorry, it's cold as shit in here, man.
Yeah. No worries, man. Yeah. But yeah, no, I pretty much base it off of I guess past experiences, past jobs, and knowing what they charge, right? So kind of going
Right,
off that.
right. Yeah, my biggest thing is I was always afraid of and that's here's a tip that I can tell you too. I keep my prices deliberately low, it's just because of my clientele. A lot of people tell me that I should, go to the, upper people in clientele and stuff like that. But uh, yeah, I guess I'm afraid to because I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm not a professional because you can't label yourself. I
Yeah.
mean, because being a professional is essentially being able to mimic a successful creation, more than 10 times. So by that
Exactly.
definition, then I'm a professional. We're all professionals.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
all run wire, all that good stuff. IP config, whatever stuff,
Yeah.
we know what we're doing a little bit there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. For sure.
but then, the problem with it is that when you start throwing 3-digit prices at people, people get real funny, boy. They get real
Yeah.
funny. Oh, this is $250. They just, hey, you just, I, it's gonna work forever. It's
Exactly.
$350 that will work forever.
Yeah. Exactly. But see, there's a whole. I've been told by people. I know people that are like study psychology and stuff, right? Apparently, there's a whole science of pricing. Apparently, so if you're telling somebody 349.95 as opposed to 350, it's
Mm,
more appealing, right?
I've
Or
heard that. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I've kind of tried to incorporate that, but whether it works or not, I'm not quite sure. But
So, how many clients have you had so far?
none.
Wow.
Yeah, I have not had one. That's my big goal. Like I'm trying to get the name out there.
Yeah, you need some traction. You need some quick W's. You need to get them quick W's. Dude, I mean, I'm thinking, here's my thing with you right now is the scarcity and population density that I'm having a problem with. This 5,000 people,
Yeah.
connected to this college town. I mean, we just don't have a lot of clientele. Like, can you do any sort of? No,
Well,
I
see,
guess. Go ahead.
my thing is the like my service area. I've kind of expanded it quite a bit to like roughly as like an hour out, I guess, like circumference wise. Because like an hour, I guess northwise would be essentially Philly. So there's a city with about I don't know, it's a lot of people in that city. I don't really know
Right.
the exact amount, but it's a city. So I'm kind of trying to aim the circumference to that city, right? So I can service this whole area.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Now,
I mean
this
there is.
city, how much time will your wife let you spend out there? Because I think you're going to need to spend some significant time in this place.
Yeah,
Like
exactly. Yeah,
like 8, 10 hours a day, maybe just shopping your name, really.
yeah. I mean there is definitely competition in that area though, because I know of three big names just top of my head that do audio, home theaters, things like that, right? So and they actually service like this town as well. Like I've seen them in this town, so which is an hour away.
What are these names like Vivint? I've heard of Vivint. I've heard of a couple of names like that. Those big guys like that, or just
No, like these like they're mainly like just like private companies, but they do like one of them does home theater, so they service their dealer for Polk Audio,
hmm,
and there's things like that. Like
Polk.
they're
Wow.
yeah, so hard competition.
I'm not. I mean, see the book I read about competition is called Blue Ocean Strategy. I can't remember the author right now,
Okay.
and it basically talks about like not even looking at your competition, because like if I look at my competition, I got Vivint, I got Solar City. Like the problem is a lot of these places that do HVAC stuff, they're now getting into the home automation thing. Like I actually got approached by a guy, and he basically wanted me to install these smart thermostats and stuff like that. And these big boys with like, 20, 30 vans, we talking about that type of stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, the truth is, you going back into a machine. You don't want that. It's a smaller machine, but a machine. You don't want that. That's why I went with the value add, which is the really, really cheap prices to sort of counteract that. But I could tell you one thing: the prices don't really counteract that. Because here's something interesting. I got this from Cardone.
Yeah.
The prices, people kind of want to pay a little bit of money. They want the prestige. What they want is you. They want
Exactly.
your help, because the thing is, to tell you the truth, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm fixing bikes and shit over here. I'm doing a bunch of dumb shit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cursing, but you know, the truth is, what I tried to do was I built a brand. And long story short is, I did something. I started running, and I put everything I did up on Facebook, and I just kept adding friends. I added 10 friends a day, and whatever friends that I added, you know, at least 10 people had to know them. So like I had to grow my friend base. So people see what I'm doing, and they know me, and they know that I'm a problem solver, just like you're a problem solver. Um, and once they know you, they'll trust you, because you have to gain that trust too. And people like things in nice packages, so if you can get them, so when you go to somebody's house, you want to have something really simple, something that can go up in about an hour, and it's wrapped up in a nice bow for them. People don't like when you go, people don't like when you invite them into the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, if you're cooking their food at the restaurant, don't invite them into the kitchen. Like, okay, well, see, I got this, this PoE that I'm going to go ahead and install on you. Well, they're going to look at you. You should look at how people's eyes get glassed over when you start talking tech to them. I know you know what I'm talking about, man.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just the thing that you have. I mean, God, I really, because you're online. Like, I really wish, like, somebody like you. Fuck, I mean, I would pay you. Just so you know, we had a network. I had a networking issue at a gym site that I was doing. It's literally my biggest job ever. It's a $2,000 job.
I think you sent me the videos for that, actually. Yeah.
And you helped. Like, you gave me the, oh gosh, it was something you gave me that it was actually really helpful. I didn't do something so stupid as to test for internet speed. You gave me that.
Yeah.
You, like, and I wasted your time. I wasted your equity with that. Like, I should be paying. I should have cashed out you $10 just for that, because that got me over the hump. Dude, I was sweating there for 5 hours. I was and shit. I got a switch going. You saw the shit I had. Oh, man, like,
yeah, man. Yeah.
I was struggling, man. But so the things that I would think about with you, like, if you can do some online work or something.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how to get past the scarcity in population. I just don't, because I live in Levittown. I still have 30 or 40,000 people in this town. Then there's Philly, 20 miles to the south, and that's got what Philly, a little over 1 million. So it's like, I don't have that problem. So I don't. Oh boy, I wish I knew. I wish I knew some.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I mean, it's and as like you watch the big guys, and they all kind of say like every person has their own set of problems, right? And like you have the population, I don't have the population, right? So it's kind of like you kind of see how that differs. Yeah. I mean, it's obviously
I don't think you should give up though.
No.
Right. Keep pivoting.
Yeah.
Keep pivoting. Like, have you ever heard of Fiverr?
Yeah.
You heard of Fiverr before?
Yep.
Have you done any service work on like Fiverr?
I have not. No.
Hmm.
No. See, I've been trying to keep it organic, kind of just like right person to person, no middleman. But I mean, if it gets to that point, it'll get to that point, right? But Yeah.
The problem is that the shiny screens, they repeat and they're bright, and your voice is very mono. Nobody,
Yeah.
you hear your voice, you get your voice out there, and people don't listen.
No.
We
Yeah.
struggle with talking. It's just simple stuttering, and the human attention span is decreasing exponentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a problem too. And to get in front of people and to work up the sisu, to work up the courage
Yeah.
to freaking uh that's a boy, that's a
Oh
hard
yeah.
hustle, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm sticking stuff under mailboxes and windshield wipers and bullshit. Like, excuse me. Like,
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
No, for sure. Yeah, yeah. No, and I mean, like,
So
it's basically like I was reading something the other day there. So it's essentially know where your customer is and go to that spot basically. So let's say you're doing like we're doing tech, for example. So people that like tech go on Facebook, go on Twitter, Instagram, things of that nature. Same thing as if you're like trying to sell, I don't know, cable services. You're gonna make a commercial so people can see it on TV, right? So it's kind of just knowing where your
right.
customer is. So
I do a lot of commercials. I do commercials. I try to do at least 5 a week just for that reason.
yeah,
And I want you to do it with everything. I mean, I'm talking about like that light switch right there. Point a camera at that light switch, sell the light switch for, hey, whatever, this is smart home entertainment. This is what you can do for smart home. Let me show you some of the goofy stuff I got. Like,
yeah,
I know this is a podcast, I'm sorry,
yeah,
but
man.
for instance, I have these, if you can see it, there's a light
Yeah,
that's in my cupboard. This is a little cheap Chinese light with a simple push button on it, a simple cherry switch on it, and it makes for a decent cupboard.
yeah,
And you advertise these goofy things. Yet, will they sell? No, sure, probably not. They probably won't sell. But what they will do is they'll get eyeballs to your site and give you reference points to when you do get in front of people's faces and stuff like that.
yeah,
Just to have some gadgets on hand, just to show them some stuff, to show them exactly what home automation is. Maybe that could be something too. Textile, when you door knock, maybe you can have some sort of, I am talking vacuum cleaner salesman type stuff here.
yeah, yeah,
But maybe some kind of quick gadget where you can say, hey, if you open up this contact switch, this light turns on, and you have a nice light there or whatever, and you show them type stuff like that.
yeah, yeah.
But
Just
boy,
real quick, just on that too is like
sure,
I kind of want to go a different route with this. So I experienced this yesterday, and I'm sure you know the same thing. So like the way COVID's kind of screwed this all up, right? Like it's a lot harder now to kind of market in that way. Like due to COVID, like you can't go to someone's door like, hey, like touch this and see what it does. Like they, right? Like
can
it's
I come in
not
your house real quick?
exactly. So you kind of gotta improvise and find different ways to show what you can do with your products. Like yeah, yeah. Like I
How
remember,
good is your friend base on social media?
actually in this area not too great because I'm actually from a town. I moved from I guess different province, a different state essentially, um,
Right.
but 3 hours away. So I'm now in a
Okay.
whole different place. So friend base is all in that previous hometown. So I'm not really,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
So you're unknown too, because I haven't gotten any. I was door knocking too in my town, and I have uh about a mile long thing with about, I don't know, I think it's about maybe, say, about 900 to 1,000 houses in this immediate area.
yeah, yeah,
Um, and no bites, no bites. And I've probably gone to about, I probably put flyers in about uh 500 doors, no bites. It's
hmm
because, again, it's the unknown factor in your town. Um,
exactly,
yeah, that's a real problem.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Perfect. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, so I don't know. I mean, like it'd be so much easier just to go to a door and be like, for example, I had the idea like you can control phone like an Apple Watch or whatnot. Right, so you just take the Apple Watch, and so you just push the button, the lights turn on and off. You can just control it on
right.
your wrist. But you can't do that now because of COVID. You can't go to doors. You can't demonstrate products and things like that. Like people can't touch and feel, and it makes it harder. So
Well, that's the whole problem with IoT stuff anyway. Like it's not,
Yeah,
like when you have like an iPhone or something like that, it's tangible, you can touch it, you understand what it does. But
yeah,
how do you show somebody ambient lighting? Like
exactly,
honestly, how do you
exactly.
do that?
Yeah,
Boy, a lot of
I mean,
challenges here. A lot of challenges.
you can't go. I guess like you can't go to a door, for example, and just be like, okay, so the light will turn off and turn back on. I'm doing that all on my phone. Like they're
Right.
not going to believe you if you're not in the space that's happening, right? So
Exactly.
it's kind
Exactly.
of hard to prove. Like it's
Excuse me, sir. Can I screw this light bulb into your lamp socket real quick? I just want to
get
show
stuck
you
to it.
some magic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but even at that, like even if that was possible, like you still got to pair it to the Wi-Fi and all that crap, right? So it's
Yeah, all that nonsense. See, that's
still
why I
makes it
like the
impossible.
Wise camera. Right. It, the Wise camera comes with a basically a Bluetooth radio. So
Yeah,
my thoughts are, no, see, we have to abandon the whole thing of going to people's houses because it just won't work for you, at least not until
no, yeah,
January 1st or whenever
yeah,
your country gets the vaccine.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I think, yeah, I think online I would. So me and my friends, we have my old friends, my old childhood friends. One's a realtor. A couple, both of them are both realtors,
yeah,
and they wanted me to start putting smart home stuff in their project houses. But we have this thing called masterminds, and what that is we basically get together every week and we come up with three things that the opposite person uh, should do. Like for instance, my whole thing was the three things that I had to do was I had to change my profile picture into something more lovable, something that's more about my business. I had to add add 50 friends a day. Just
yep,
add people 50 friends a day. And
yep.
of course interact with them, whatever. And the third thing was get decals on my car and get decals on my
Okay, good. Anyway, yeah, so
it's
yeah,
one of
yeah,
the rare times that I'm actually alone in my house right now, so this is
yeah,
weird.
yeah, yeah. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
no,
like,
that's yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe we just come up with three things that the
Yeah,
opposite sex, people like you, I would grow that friend base. I want you to focus on advertising,
yeah,
100%. Yeah. How old
yeah.
are you
No, that's
anyway?
stuff. What's that?
How old are you?
28.
That's it?
That's it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Sure, you're a good age though. Good age for this. Good age. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess you got to start young, right? I guess. Yeah,
I wish I started 10 years ago, man. Like,
yeah. But as the greats say, like even Gary Vee, especially, he can be 40 and still make it great. Right? So I mean, it's never too
sure
late.
thing. Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah.
I'm
No,
just 37 and I don't remember things anymore. Like I'm just getting old and
yeah,
it's hard to do all this by yourself. But
yeah,
it's
yeah,
hard. You got to advertising, the hanging of the cameras, perfecting your dude. I mean, you said you're not too good with hanging wires. What about it? What about a setting when you're in somebody's house? I've had people hawk me. How are you with nervousness when somebody's right there on your shoulder, looking at you put holes in their wall, like, just goofy stuff like that. You just,
yeah.
oh, it's a lot of stuff you got.
Well, I mean, I've been in settings where I'm kind of like the calmer downer of sorts, like kind of like irate people, and I'm the one that kind of says, "Okay, bring it down a notch." So I mean, I'm kind of good with the
Right.
whole nervousness and that type of thing.
That's good.
Especially working in retail and stuff, people kind of freak out for simple little things. So, I
Right.
mean, you kind of got to learn to kind of work with that. So, yeah,
I've never been. I'm actually. This is very new for me. I'm not a
yeah,
very what you call it. So I had the conquering nervousness was very, very, very difficult for me.
oh yeah, and
So
I mean,
um,
don't get me wrong. I'm still nervous. It's all hell when I have to deal with
right.
it. Like I'm still sweating bullets and stuff, but you kind of just gotta put yourself in the zone and kind of
Beat on your chest like what's his name, like Leonardo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street, or you
yeah, yeah,
just
exactly,
you got to beat on your chest with it. Like,
I mean, you got to put in
I
your
get
head
it.
eventually, just be like, you're going to win this eventually. So just, as long as it takes, like,
That's it.
right? Like, yeah. But I mean,
If you,
okay.
and I, you know, if you select me, success is an eventuality. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Like, for example, let's say you're, I don't know, use the camera, for example. You're drilling a camera into the side and you got to make a hole in the wall to run the wire. Well, if someone gets mad saying you're drilling a hole in my wall, be like, well, this is part of the solution. Like, you have to, right? Like, there's no other way, unfortunately, to do this.
Right. Right.
I mean, you don't yell at the cable guy when
But
he comes to install cable. So it's kind of the same thing.
very
Right?
true. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. I have worked. I have a job to do. I have a job to do. That's just how that goes. Yep.
I mean, the
I
cable
like
guy
it.
comes in, he doesn't ask you permission to do this and that. He just kind of does what he has to do, and then he gets out of there. So
Yep.
he kind of do the same thing.
And you're the same thing. We are professionals. You know,
Yep.
it's still a lot to say that professional.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still gonna chat here. I'm just gonna run and get a drink. I
Sure.
can still communicate that. Yeah. Anyway, so on the topic of marketing, I was gonna ask about, do you have any plans on actually like incorporating certain products into your offering, so to speak?
Wait, I couldn't hear you say what getting a giveaway
Sorry,
or something like that?
No, so are you gonna be like incorporating, I guess, certain product lines with your business or anything? Or?
Well, I started with Wise products. I don't know if I'm going to continue with them because I definitely want to segregate. I want to be on one product, just so I can know every single in and out about it. I think that's really, really key. Yeah, that's definitely really key to just know about one product. Because people are going to give you a litany of different things. I've installed Blink cameras, Arlo cameras, what is the other ones? The Ring cameras, the Nest cameras. You'll install every other camera, but I definitely want to, because it's too much to know out there. It's just too much to know for one person. So I think what my thing that I tell you what, if I can find that Habitat is idiot proof, if I can stick that in the back of somebody's closet and Z-Wave up all the bulbs and stuff like that, and it works seamlessly, and my client doesn't touch it until they call me, I would do that. I want something that's dumb enough for me, but that dads like me won't go tinkering around with it, type stuff like that.
And I mean, I feel like the home seer is actually a better solution for that, if that's what you're looking for. Right. The only thing is, you said that more of your clients are essentially lower income, right? And those the home seer hubs
can be started like 99.
Yeah, well, they're 99. You can build them out of a Raspberry Pi. If you want to kind of just build like a mass amount of them. But you can buy them, like, I guess the basic version is 99, and it goes up to $299 for the one that can support like Z-Wave stuff and all that sort of thing. So I mean, they're fairly pricey.
So you said you can build them. What components are you? What are you just putting? Some kind of Z-Wave chip on the I/O ports of a Raspberry Pi or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's like I believe it's essentially just like a USB stick. You just plug it in and it sends out Z-Wave. Apparently, from what I've gathered. Yeah.
That ain't terrible, dude. I'm thinking you had to you soldering onto the I/O port or something like that, whatever.
No, I guess it's something. Yeah, it's just simple as, I guess, just USB stick and loading software onto it. So I mean, that's what I'm thinking of doing personally, just making a mass amount of them and then just, I guess, marking up the prices, right? So.
Okay. Be careful with, like you said, we talked about it. Be careful with inventory. Yeah. Be careful with inventory. I got an entire trunk full of Wise Cam pans that nobody wants. Nobody wants it.
Yeah.
It's just they just on eBay just collecting dust. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. I guess it happens with every business, right? It's like overstock. You kind of just you have that closet that has a bunch of random crap in it that nobody ever buys. So I guess it.
and then you
It's,
got to
it's
liquidate it because you
yeah,
lost money. It's a
exactly.
loss.
Yeah. Nothing you can do about that, though. It happens, right? So
It's got to
learn
be
from your
something you can do about it.
learn from mistakes, I guess, is what that comes down to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
See, what I want to do is, use these products and maybe if I can just sort of bundle them. I'm sorry, I'm thinking to myself now. I apologize,
No,
man.
yeah.
If
You're
I could
good.
sort of bundle them in like somebody's house and just sort of cobble some BS together. What we
Yeah.
need, after January 1st, what we need is some sort of IoT thing that we can demo and it can set up in less than a minute. It needs to be set up in the time that you're talking about it while you're holding the customer's attention.
Yeah.
Uh,
Exactly. Yeah. For sure.
I don't know what I mean, we're talking as simple as, maybe just you have a lamp, you have a contact sensor, and then you tell people, you go, look, this sensor turns this lamp on, or you have a motion sensor and you go, look, you wave past the motion sensor, like, and you go, listen, imagine this in your bathroom. You don't have to
Yeah.
think about this.
Yeah.
Imagine this being like a safety feature in your house and all that stuff. Like, there's a way.
Well, I guess you
I
kind
just
of got
don't.
that comes down to having to do some recon, right? They kind of see what Vivint is doing at
Yeah,
ADT and stuff like that, and how they're showing their products, and kind of just go off that. Because
ADT.
I feel like they've got ways of doing it that we don't know about. So whatever that is, whether it be like a tablet or I guess just a piece of wood with a lamp socket on it, or I don't know, something, right? Like they
Yeah.
have to have something.
Piece of, you should see the gears that's going on my, like, oh, you put a
Yeah.
piece of wood on it. By the way, get a tablet too. You're going to need a tablet. Get
Yeah.
yourself maybe a Samsung Galaxy. I think it's an X5. You said you're an Apple guy though, so I'm not sure. Apple's do
See,
really good tablets too. But
I'm talking to you on an iMac right now. I got the AirPods in, but I do have the S20. So I'm kind of in both directions right now. But yeah,
same
no,
here. I got an iPhone here. I'm talking to you on my what's it called?
see, but my thing is if I had it my way, I'd be selling HomeKit. That's basically what I'd be doing.
Yeah, me too.
And Bixby apparently responds to HomeKit. Anyways.
Well,
Uh,
HomeKit is going to change the game. Like, right now, I think we're in the infancy of the smart home game because, this Zigbee and Z-Wave bullshit it ain't nothing compared to,
no,
have you learned about CHIP yet? Connected Home over IP?
I've heard about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty great, man.
It's everything you need. You're talking about local. You're talking about local video, local motion sensors, local.
Yep.
The house is talking to itself. Apple. I did a whole rant video. Like I have a pathological hatred for Apple and their
Yeah, yeah.
simplicity. And the only reason why is because I was 10 years old and I wanted an iMac or I wanted an Apple computer, and my mom couldn't afford it. So I hated Apple since then. So,
yeah,
but
no,
Apple's gonna change the game on this stuff, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like especially with their, I guess, HomeKit connectivities, like they're getting bigger and bigger. Like more people are actually partnering up with them and stuff like that. So
you can't beat the juggernaut, man. You can't beat the juggernaut.
Exactly. And I feel like they're putting big dollars into this and trying to push it to be at the top of the game, right? So it'll get there eventually.
Yeah, they wait, and then they pounce, and they do it all the time. I was a BlackBerry guy back in the day, so that's how much I hate Apple. I was a BlackBerry guy until 2017. That's how far.
Yeah, well, just to show how far they're actually going, like I did a software update on my the iMac I'm talking to you on right now. I actually noticed I have the home app on the iMac, so I can control my house on the iMac. So whether I'm
Yep.
at work
I have that on mine too.
yeah, so I mean it's just crazy what they're doing, right? Like having to control your house on a computer. Like you can be sitting anywhere on your computer and just push a button. Your house is right. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, my computer. Well, there's Cortana on the computer. Well,
Yeah.
I have Windows. Of course, Windows still has Cortana. Cortana is low key pretty good, like for real, for real.
Yeah.
But like Alexa, I was looking in the Microsoft store. Alexa, can be had on a PC too,
Oh wow.
and I can go, hi Cortana, open Alexa. It's not working because I'm far away. Sorry about that. And I'm forgetting we're on the Guy Storm podcast. I'm new at this. But yeah, like Alexa does that on the computer too. They're everywhere. These glasses
Yeah.
I have, these glasses have these glasses have Google. These are Bose. They have Google in it with the assistant and all that capability and stuff like that, and a prescription. So like
Cool.
it's there. It's there.
It's getting I've actually seen those on like advertisements and stuff, right? I've seen the Alexa ones.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's becoming everywhere. Like there's CarPlay, there's Android Auto, like things like that. And I'm pretty sure Amazon came out with a new, I guess like visor clip that has Alexa built into it. From what
I
I've
did
seen.
not hear about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
Huh.
mean they're put everywhere. Essentially, right?
Yeah.
So whether it's in the car or in the house, or
Yeah,
as
that's
you can,
so cool.
it really is. I mean, even like you walking around, like glasses, for example, like they're with you everywhere you go.
I mean, well, I mean, you look at it. I mean, people have to understand. And that's another thing we have to get people to understand without their paranoia, the public's paranoia, that this stuff is an extension of your brain and it only serves to help you. Like, and
Yeah.
it's really good with helping you too. Like, not just think about how long it used to take you before the internet. Like, if you didn't know what movie John Travolta played in 1975. Like, you just went through your whole day thinking about that for days and you perseverate on it and stuff like that. Dude, look, you can just wake word, tell me what John Travolta played in the 70s. Oh, it's Grease. There you go. I'm done. And you freaking,
Exactly.
and then that should be it about your day. But people don't understand that. Like,
yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, I feel like there's going to be a breaking point at some point, but just to get most of the population to actually understand where the world's going and what this stuff's actually capable of doing, or like especially like it can serve anybody, like from I guess seniors homes to
yes,
like
yes,
they can serve everybody, right? So I mean, I
100%.
think
Yep.
that's what people are not understanding, I think, at this point. But
Well, yeah, it's like the internet in 19. Well, damn, you said you're 28. Wait a minute, I gotta. Oof.
yeah,
It's like the internet in 1997. Like when the
yeah,
internet first came out, like it was just people looked at it and they just was, whatever, whatever. But then there were people like, you and me, just kind of like, ooh, what? I can look at the pyramids, whatever.
yeah,
So
exactly,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, that's the way to market this stuff. The internet
yeah,
in the 90s.
yeah,
So, okay, we should end this with a
yep,
charge. Um, so I think we should end this with, let's just say one or two things that, like, maybe next week we would come back and we would tell our results on, like, so say I charge you with adding 100 friends to your Facebook and engaging with them,
yep,
or something like that, for example. So yeah, I think that would be a good thing, and we can do this again, and then do an update on what we're doing, because
yeah, yeah,
I
sure,
think I'm going to need it in the future, actually. Anyway, but so what do you think? What do you think about my situation? My thing is, I'm just 2 jobs a week. Everything is slow.
yeah,
Everything is slow. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, as I mentioned yesterday, like you're essentially just flat, right? but I'm just sitting here doing nothing. So I mean, it's essentially a step up from what I'm doing, but I guess we kind of both got to work on getting more business and working our way up there.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the question is how?
Yeah.
You add your people. I mean, I used to tell my son when he was looking for a job that it's his job to look for a job, and I don't want you in the house at 12:30 in the afternoon, playing. He plays what was the name of that damn game he likes to play? Worldcraft, whatever. Skyrim. He loves that Skyrim game. Yeah. And I was, you're in the house playing Skyrim, and it's 11:30 and it's 11:30 in the morning. You're telling me you apply for something online, dog.
Yeah.
You should be out there pounding the pavement. I
Exactly.
literally walk around. I have a hoodie that I walk around. I'm a walking billboard,
Yeah.
dude. Like, get yourself. Hey, hi, I'm Kevin. Hi, I'm Kevin. I know tech.
Exactly.
I know whatever. Get yourself a hoodie. $30 on Amazon, some bull crap like that,
Yeah.
and just rock that joint everywhere you go. Supermarkets.
See, just to touch on that too. So I think from what I've noticed, I think Amazon US is a lot different than Amazon CA. Because I've looked for hoodies that they make custom made hoodies or whatnot, and they do not exist at
No
all.
dice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think you guys got a lot more opportunity than we do here.
I would invite you over here to America Land, but it sucks pretty bad down here actually right now. So I don't.
Yeah, I don't think it's a place that it's not many people. I don't know. No, we're doing pretty well. So I mean, but there's not many places like that around here though. It's a strange thing.
Do you have an inkjet printer?
I do.
Okay. So I was at this place called Micro Center, which is, I don't know if you have it in Canada, but it's basically the mecca for computer parts. But I said they had this stuff. The company's Avery, and they make.
Yes, they have. I think I have some actually. So the
Yeah,
iron-on.
I love this. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have some kicking around somewhere. I just find they don't stick too well though. It's my thing.
Oh.
I've screwed up a few of them. Like they kind of clumped up in a corner or something and just yeah.
These fucking roadblocks, man. God damn it.
I've tried everything. Honestly, I've tried everything. It's just I don't know.
Just dumb shit. Just dumb shit. Small town shit. Small town shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I lived out in West Virginia on a job before, and I the small town stuff it's hard because people are in their house and they're doing their own thing. It's very difficult.
Exactly.
You're gonna live on the internet, man. Your money is gonna be made online.
100%. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just gotta figure out how to go about that, right? That's the money right there. It's figure out how to get in front of people. Once you figure that out, I guess it's kind of smooth sailing from there. But
how to get in front of people online? Well, yeah, like I said, just listen. I know it's like whatever. I mean, add people indifferently. If I don't know how many friends you got on Facebook. I keep coming back to this. If you have the suggested friends on Facebook, and you see that you have more than say 10 friends in common, add them. Add everybody. Add everybody. You should double your friend count. And then every single day, post something, post a picture. I saw you had on your site on Instagram, you had a site where it looked like you were fixing a phone.
Yeah.
Post that. Post all that. Post that switch. Post everything. I mean, you got to be a whore for these people out here, man. Like, get your ass out there. You know, and that's the only thing I know because on the other side, I can tell you what happens. What happens is you form these great relationships with people. These people let you into their house, and then you find out that their mom just died, and they're moving, and then you help them with that. Next thing you know, you got somebody's washer and dryer in the back of your minivan, and they're giving you $200 to move it. I don't know. It just happens like that.
Yeah. No, like that. Yeah, exactly. You can go in saying you're doing a light bulb, for example, and you can come out of there with the whole job saying that this person knows this person, and it's just all about connections.
6 degrees of
Yeah.
separation. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, yeah, it's tough, but once you get that first customer, I mean, it kind of just snowballs essentially, right? As long as you know
It
how to work that first customer.
it does, or you can lie.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so maybe start taking a picture, like maybe if you can get your hands on some cheap cameras,
Mhm.
put a camera in a goofy spot in your house. Take a picture of the camera, put the camera up, then say this client wanted blah 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 blah. You put it up on your site, blast it. People, oh, he's definitely. It's like it's the old adage. I remember back when I was working as a bagger for groceries. You always start the tip jar with like 50 cents, so you can get people thinking that that's what he's making money, so let me give him some more money,
Yeah,
and that's what you
exactly.
do. AK's obviously making cameras, so whatever. So that may be an idea for you too.
That could be. I could try that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as I said, I plan on making or putting cameras up anyways. So I mean, it's kind of two birds, one stone essentially at that point.
Do a video with your auto, like that automation that I just saw with you controlling that there was
The
something
lights.
over there in that living room that I
Yeah.
saw that
The lights.
yeah,
Yeah.
do an automation with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, see, as I said, I have a few bulbs up at the moment, right? So I could either do the living room, which is over there. Oh, sorry, just a second. Yeah, so the living room over there, or I can go and do the kitchen. So I mean, it's all right,
Nice.
but
And that's on your
yeah,
computer you're controlling that yet.
no, that's on my phone.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't
wow.
have. Yeah, I don't have HomeKit set up because all this stuff is Zigbee and Z-Wave. So
Right.
yeah, but
Whew.
yeah. Anyway, so end this. You said you wanted to do it with the charge, kind of a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Yeah. So I mean, I think for you, I mean, it's a tough one. Um. I think I go with trying to get at least two more customers a week. I think.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, essentially, if you get the two customers a week to begin with, yeah, I feel like you should be able to double that, right? So I don't know. I mean, is that a
Double
little too tough? You think that's to
10x.
bring down to one or?
I mean, no. We rise to the challenge. That's the 10x rule. That's what Mr. Cardone says, right? Like, you 10x just because you have to start to think you have to start thinking big.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, okay, I'll do that. And I think the way I'll do that, I'm gonna go old school. I'm thinking Craigslist. I'm
Yeah.
thinking Craigslist. Somebody needs a bookshelf. Oh, by the way, here's my flyer.
Yeah.
You need something with that light bulb. I can fix that light bulb for you. Have all the bullshit in the car. Excuse me. Have all the BS in the car. Yeah, yeah. I can do two. I can do two more customers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's scary for me. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, that's. I mean, that's part of it, man. Right? But once you actually accomplish
Before
it,
we
though.
go,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, I know. I was gonna say once you accomplish it, it kind of takes the weight off your shoulders, right? So
Right.
it's a sense of accomplishment. But yeah, no. What were you gonna say?
No, I'm just afraid of the stress. You're gonna find once you get your first job, you'll find out the stress of preparing is
Yeah.
it's a real thing, because as opposed to Best Buy and stuff like that, my guy, you have to think of every fucking minute detail. I
Yeah.
was in a hardware store. I mean, a legit local hardware store, up on a step stool, looking at the perfect screw to fit in. Like, I mean, I'm like, okay, this is number 2, 3 3/4. This wasn't Home Depot shit. This was a hardware store with
Yeah.
an old dude that was just like, like, and I mean, but yeah, like
Yeah.
the stress of planning for these things is going to be that's next week. That's next week. Next week,
Yeah.
Talking Tech with Kevin Pat.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
like it's definitely it definitely is real. I get what you're saying.
yeah. I got that's my scariest thing with, like, getting these extra people is like the stress of setting up this gym. It was a 16 camera setup at this gym. I mean, it's caused me to start drinking again, man. Like
Yeah.
it's fucking hard. It's fucking hard.
Well, I
Like,
mean, I feel like, and tell me if I'm wrong, because I haven't obviously done any jobs yet or anything, but I guess the beginning you kind of over prepare, right?
yeah, yeah.
And then once you get going, like you're in, I don't know, 6 months down the road, you kind of just start to kind of get laid back, and you're just like, well, it is what it is. It'll whatever happens, I'll run to the store, grab what I need. Like it's
Tell you
I don't
what,
know,
I would love to get to that point, man.
Well, I just feel
I
like
would
so.
love to get to that point.
I guess kind of just like a bit more background on me, right? So my family, both my dad and my grandfather both run construction companies. So I kind of grew up in that world, so to speak, like the business.
You know, the frame stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the business / like trades thing, right? So I mean, I kind of just when going to work with my dad and stuff, kind of seeing like he's like, oh, you want to run to Home Depot and grab this, or run to Home Depot and grab that. They kind of just wing it, I guess. So
Mhm.
I kind of just
Yeah.
feel like that's
Yep.
yeah. You can't be absolutely prepared for absolutely everything you're going to encounter, right? Like it just happens. Like let's say you make a hole.
No.
Let's say
You
you
won't.
make a
Yeah.
hole. Yeah, a hole in the wall that's like a little bit too big, and you have a draft coming through that you weren't prepared for or something. It's just it happens. So
Right.
yeah,
Right.
that's my 2 cents on that.
Well, yeah, shit happens, and you better carry some spackle or some shit. You know,
Yeah,
carry some
exactly.
RTV or some shit. Like,
Yeah. No, but I think that's gonna be a topic for next week as well. I think kind of just like
I'm down with this, man. Yeah, like if
yeah.
you want to do Saturday at 8, and I don't know if I can get a recording of this, but I would definitely love to. If you were okay with having your face on camera, I would love to post this, man. Like,
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I'm gonna do something as well if you're cool with that too. So
thanks, man.
yeah,
That's love.
yeah, for sure. Cool. Well, with that being said,
All
I
right,
think
man.
we're gonna end this podcast.
All right. Well, I just wanted to bring out our sponsor, Wise Camera. That's all right, man. Take care.
No, I just wanna throw out there too. So Houston's Home Automations and KPS Home Automation.
KPS
Right,
Home
so-
Automations.
Yeah. So Facebook, and you're on Instagram as well. Facebook, Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that craziness. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'm on Facebook and Instagram myself. So go check out the
Sweet.
pages and catch you next week.
All right. Catch you next week, man.